In 1972, Mego introduced the world's greatest superheroes, an 8-inch scale line of action figures with a high level of articulation and cloth costumes. Featuring characters from both Marvel and DC Comics, this line was a massive success, and in 1977, the Canadian distributor of Mego toys, Morris Coetzer, personally funded the new and also highly successful, larger scale 12.5-inch World's Greatest Superheroes line. And today, we'll be taking a look at the 1978 web-spinning Spider-Man, here on Creed's Collection. Here we have Web-Spinning Spider-Man by Mego. I played with this toy like crazy when I was a kid, and it shows. I would take the costume off a lot, and because of that, it's frayed quite a bit, but it still displays pretty nicely. Now, of course, this is the 12-inch version, and let's go ahead and dive in and take a closer look at its articulation and features. So we got articulated ankles, knees, hips, waist, neck, shoulders, elbows, and a wrist that swivels not only up and down, but it also swivels back and forth like so. With so much articulation, it's pretty easy to put him in some fun poses. And now we're going to take a look at Spidey's web spinning action. As you can see, one of his arms is just a regular Mego arm, but the other arm is hollow, and it allows you to unscrew the hand so you could fill his forearm with the included web fluid. The hand has a nozzle where his web shooter would be, and when you squeeze his forearm, the web fluid shoots out. As a kid, I ran out of the web fluid quickly, as you can imagine, and started putting water in the forearm instead and using it as a squirt gun. My biggest question about this though is, if this is the hand that's shooting webs, why is his hand not in the classic web shooting position? Doesn't make any sense. So his costume's fastened with a snap on the back, and if we unsnap it, we can see the copyright information on the figure. 1978 Mego Corp, made in Hong Kong. But the head has a copyright date of 1977, which implies to me that they were made at different times. I'm not sure if that's really true though. So let's take a closer look at the damage to the figure. He is pretty frayed. I played with this one really heavily as a kid. I mean, he's more like battle damage Spidey now, with holes in his knee there and by his toe. The backside of the costume though looks a lot better, except for the top of the neck. Other than that, it looks really good. However, I have to say that looking at this figure after all these years and getting him out, I've decided that I am going to try to do a little bit of restoration on his cloth costume in the future. And now for our He-Man size comparison. The 12.5-inch web-spinning Spider-Man towers over He-Man and makes him look more like the smallest man in the universe. Everyone, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my toy review for web-spinning Spider-Man from the 12-inch World's Greatest Superheroes toy line by Mego. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up, and if you have any thoughts, please leave a comment. I love reading and responding to them. I review a toy from my vintage collection every Wednesday, so I hope to see you next week and every week after here on Creed's Collection.